Welcome to Rushmore International School. I am Abhilasha Srivastava. We hope that you and your family are well and you are taking necessary precaution towards health, hygiene as well as maintaining social distance and suggesting others to follow the same. We hope for your well-being. Today we are going to start with English language. We live in a society. In that society, there are many people. To exchange our thoughts with others and to gain their whatever they are thinking, to gain their knowledge, we need to communicate. To communicate, one needs a medium to exchange thought. These medium could be sign, symbols, number, words. In simple words or in simple sentence we can say we need language. When we want to express what we think, we deliver it in a form of speech. That means when we are speaking, we are delivering that sentence in the form of speech. Now, speech is classified under 8 heads or 8 parts, namely noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjectives, conjunction, preposition, and lastly interjection. These are 8 headings or 8 parts of a speech. Today we will start with pronoun. Let's get a quick recap. What is noun? Noun is the name of person, place, animal or thing. What is pronoun? Pronoun, let's see the definition, what is written over here. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of one or more nouns. Pronouns are usually short words and used to make sentence less repetitive. In simple words, we can say pronoun are the words which are used in place of noun to avoid repetition. Understood? I hope you do. Moving ahead, let's see some points about pronoun. A pronoun can refer to a person, place, thing, or an idea. Next, the word that a pronoun refers is called antecedent. What is that called? Antecedent. Let's see one example to clarify the statement. Andy visited Death Valley. Death Valley is a place to visit or tourist spot in America, and he was impressed. Let's see, there are two words are highlighted over here, Andy and he. Where he is referred to Andy. That means he, the pronoun, is the antecedent of Andy. Moving ahead, let's see some examples. Let's see the first example. Lisa is a nice girl. Let's replace the noun Lisa with the word she. She is a nice girl. What do you understand by this? Over here, in this sentence, she is a pronoun. Let's see the next example. Tell the finance team that they can use the minibus tomorrow. Let's replace the they over. Let's see some examples. The first example is Lisa is a nice girl. Let's replace Lisa with the pronoun. For a feminine, we will use the pronoun she. She is a nice girl. Over here, she is a pronoun. Let's see the next example. Tell the finance team that they can use the minibus tomorrow. They is the pronoun. It replaces the finance team. Over here, the finance team is there. The first part of statement, we have the noun finance team. In the second part, we again need to use the word finance team, but instead of finance team, we are using a pronoun, namely they, to denote finance team. Moving ahead, the third example. Sam is tall enough, but he is not as fast as Joe. Over here in the first part, Sam over here is the noun. In the second part, he is used to replace the repetition of the word Sam, because when we are using the word he, we are talking about Sam. What is the noun? What is the pronoun over here? He. He is the pronoun which is it replaces the noun Sam. Moving ahead, types of pronoun. There are multiple types of pronoun. Let's take the first one. Indefinite pronoun. What is indefinite pronoun? Indefinite pronoun that does not refer to a particular or to a specific person, place or thing. That means it is not talking about anything specifically. It is talking about anything or any item in general sense. Let's see some examples or some term used. Anything, everybody, another, each, few, many, none, etc. Let's see some examples. Do you remember anything? From the statement, what do you understand? Do you remember anything? That means we are talking about something, but it is quite vague. It is not definite that we are talking about particularly about specifically about this item. We are talking in a very general sense. Let's take the next example. Everybody wants to go home. Here everybody is denote that we are talking about people, but not specifically a particular person, not a specific person. We are talking about in general everybody. That is indefinite pronoun. These are some terms which are used as indefinite pronouns. Moving ahead, the next one is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun represents people or thing. What does it represent? It represents people or things. These personal pronouns are, some of the personal pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, they, etc. Let's see an example. First example is vote for me. Here somebody is asking for vote. For whom? For oneself, for me. That means I am asking vote for me. We are talking about ourselves. In this statement, the person who is asking for vote is himself. Let's see the next example. She is reading the paper. Over here, we are talking about somebody, some other person, some girl, for example, some girl who is reading the paper. Moving ahead, a personal pronoun has some categories or some bifurcations. Let's see one by one. Let's take the first category, number. Personal pronoun could be singular, could be plural. Second, person. That means, let's see what is person. In personal pronoun, the first item is first person. First person is the person who is speaking or the speaker. Second person. Second person is the person being spoken to. That means, first, if I take myself as first person, that means I am talking. Whatever I am talking, I am the first person. If I am talking to the other person or the second person, that is the person who we are speaking to is the second person. Third person is the person being spoken about. That means me and the person which we are talking, and we both are talking about the third person or the other person who is presently not present over here, present during the conversation. Case. The next point is case. Determines how the pronoun is being used in a sentence. That means if the pronoun is subject, or it is the object, or it is a possessive case. Moving ahead, this chart represents how first person, second person and third person are used in subjective case, objective case or in possessive case. In first person, if it is singular, we will use I. If it is plural, we will use we. In objective case, if it is singular, we will use me. Plural, us. In possessive case, singular, we will use me or my. For plural, we will use our or ours. For second person, subjective case, singular, you. Subjective case, plural, you. We will use only you. For objective case, for singular as well as plural, we will use you only. For possessive case, for singular, we will use your or yours. For plural, we will use your or yours. Now, third person, in subjective case, singular, we will use he, she or it. For plural, we will use they. In objective case, for singular, we will use him, her, it. In plural, we will use them. In possessive case, his. In singular, we will use his, her, hers, its. And in plural, we will use their and theirs. Take pause in this video, go through this chart one more time thoroughly and try to understand it. Moving ahead. Now we have reflexive pronoun. What is reflexive pronoun? Those are reflexive pronouns are preceded by adverb, adjective, pronoun, noun to which they refer. Some reflexive pronouns are myself. That means we are reflected through it. Myself. Yourself. In simple words, it is reflecting ourselves. Reflecting, right? Himself, herself, etc. Let's see some example. He could hurt himself. He could hurt. But he could hurt whom? Himself. That means he will hurt himself. The hurting process will be reflected on itself, on that person. Next one, we must help ourselves. That means we must help. By whom? Ourselves. Next we have possessive pronoun. What is possessive pronouns? Possessive pronouns indicates that something belongs to somebody or something. That means it has the possession. In other words, or in simple words, we can say it has the ownership. Like possessive pronouns such as mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs, etc. Let's see some example. The cat was hers. There's a cat and the owner of that cat is her or the other person or some girl. They are friends of mine. They are friends of whom? Mine. Because I am the friend over there. Moving ahead, we have demonstrative pronoun. What is demonstrative pronoun? Demonstrative pronoun is used to point to something specific within a sentence. That means it is pointing out. The demonstrative pronouns are, some of the demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, those, etc. Children, one thing you have to notice over here, the demonstrative pronoun this and these refer to something which is nearby, which is near to you. For example, this is the report card I want. Let's see. This is the report card which I want. Next, the next item is that and those are something that are referred to something that are at distance. Those are my books. These are my pen. These are my pen, that means it is very near. Those are my pen, that means it is at very distance, at a distance. For example, those are my research findings. That means I have done some research and they are at a distance, or they are very far from where I am standing. Moving ahead. Next is interrogative pronoun. What does interrogative pronoun do? Interrogative pronoun used to introduce a question. That means when you are asking a question, you always start with the interrogative pronoun. Let's see one example. Who invited me to the party? I am asking a question. Who has invited me to the party? Next, what do you mean? It is introducing a question. It is starting a question. Moving ahead, we have emphatic pronoun. What is emphatic pronoun? Emphatic pronoun adds emphasis to a noun or pronoun already named. That means it gives some emphasis or put some more emphasis or put some more pressure on the already existing pronoun or noun. Let's see some example. The president himself couldn't have stated it better. In this statement, the president is a noun, proper noun. We are using the word himself. When we are using the word himself, we are putting more pressure on this word president. Understood my point? Let's see let's read it one more time. The president himself couldn't have stated it better. The president, the noun, himself, the emphatic pronoun. By using himself, we are putting the more emphasis on president. Let's see the next example. I myself bake the cake. Over here, I bake the cake. Normal statement. I myself, that means I am giving more emphasis on myself. The word I, that means me. Bake the cake. Moving ahead. We have relative pronoun. Let's see what is relative pronoun. Relative pronouns refer to nouns mentioned previously. That means which we can relate to. The relative pronouns are some relative pronouns: who, whom, whose, which, that, what, etc. Let's see some examples. I really like the book that you gave me. I really like the book. Simple statement. That you gave me. Understood the point? It is relating. Which book? That book. I like the book. Which book? That you gave me. The teacher whom you wrote has answered the question. The teacher. Which teacher? Whom you wrote. What we are doing? We are relating it. Whom you wrote has answered the question. I hope you understand it. Moving further. Distributive pronoun. What is distributive pronoun? It refers to person or object one at a time. Let's see some distributive pronouns. Each, either, neither. Each of the student must carry his ID card. That means one student Like there are 20 students in a class. We are announcing or we are giving notice to the whole class. So we will say each student must carry their ID card. We cannot say you carry ID card, you carry ID card, you carry ID card, you carry ID card. It is quite repetitive. We are using the word over here each, so that in a bunch or in one sentence we can address it to everyone at one time. Each of the student must carry his ID card. Moving ahead, this is the chart or the summary of the whole topic, pronoun. You can pause the video, go through each of them to understand how to use pronoun. Now we have some exercises. Let's see what is there in this exercise. Give any two examples for the following type of pronoun and use them in a sentence. Let's see one example how we should do it. For instance, we take personal pronoun, the very first one. Personal pronoun. Two examples, he and it. Let's utilize them in a sentence. He. Rohan is a smart boy and he always behaves well. We have utilized the pronoun he over here in a sentence. Let's see another example. The next pronoun is it. There is a wooden table and it has two broken legs. We have utilized the pronoun it. In the same way, you have to give two examples for each type of pronoun which is mentioned over here, and you have to utilize the given pronoun, given example like these two in a sentence. Right? First one is relative pronoun, distributive pronoun, interrogative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, possessive pronoun, and lastly reflexive pronoun. These are some pronouns which you have to give examples and utilize them in the sentence. Every day is something new. We hope for your well-being and you are taking necessary precautions. This concludes our first session and we hope that you learn something new every day. Stay home, stay safe, be well. Thank you.